Hi guys, April Plank here with a mat class for you featuring a resistance tube. I've got kind of a medium heavy red, any kind of resistance tubing would work. Let's go ahead and lay down and get ready to go. I'm going to place my tube to the side. I'm not going to use it for the very first little bit of the warm up. So I'm going to lay down with my feet about hips distance apart, arms resting down to the sides, and just starting with a little bit of bridging. So take an inhale to begin. As you exhale, do a little imprint, let the low back press against the mat and start to scoop the abs in and roll the pelvis up, one vertebrae at a time. Keeping the weight in the shoulders, but now not into the neck. And then as you exhale, slowly peel your spine up, keeping that tailbone lifted so you can get that nice big stretch to the back as you set your hips down one vertebrae at a time. Come to neutral pelvis, tailbone heavy, and we'll go up again. So come into your imprint. Pull your abs in as you roll your spine up one vertebrae at a time. Really press firmly through both of your feet, reaching down firmly through the arms and lifting the hips to the highest possible position. And then slowly melting through the heart, rolling the shoulders down and pulling your spine back onto the mat. Tailbone's heavy at the end. Let's do that one more time. Exhale, scoop, tuck, and roll. Big exhales are through the mouth. Nice big inhales through the nose. And then exhale, slowly set your spine all the way back down. Once your tailbone is heavy, you want to stay in that neutral position. Take your arms up towards the ceiling. Take an inhale, nod the chin. Exhale, lift the head, neck, and shoulders and find that little crunch. We're going to take the hands behind the head, elbows wide, pull even higher, and then lower back down. Exhale as you crunch up. And inhale back down. Now the tendency here is for your tailbone to tuck, the low back to push against the mat, and you to come into an imprint, which is fine. It's just a little bit of an easier position. I want you to work a little more challenge for yourself, trying to keep your neutral pelvis. So keep your tailbone pushing down and your spine neutral. Give me two more here, and we'll do one more. You're going to hold this one up. Do a rotation to the right. So your right shoulder's pressing back, your left shoulder's pressing forward, and then go back to the center. Do a rotation to the left. So you're staying really broad and open through the shoulders, and then back. Collarbones stay broad and open, rotating side and center. So it's not about the elbow coming across the body. It's about the rotation from your waist, rotating the torso and rotating back. Rotating the torso, rotating back. Make sure your tailbone is heavy, your abs are drawing in, you're in that neutral spine position. Do one more to the left, back to the center. Now let's go to the right and add some legs. So the right leg's going to come up as you rotate to the right and back down. The left leg's going to come up as you rotate to the left and back down. And I'm not necessarily thinking of bringing my elbow to the knee because I want my elbow to stay back. I'm staying broad through my shoulders, broad through my chest, and coming in that same diagonal press across, just adding a little limb lift. Good. The next time you're to the right, I'd like for you to stay there. So come to the right and hold it. Take the elbow back, take the leg back out, and then go into a crunch. So we're just going to be crunching onto this right side, extending the right leg long as the elbow goes back, pulling the right leg in as you come across the body. Hopefully you're starting to feel your abs warm up a little bit. We'll do four more on this side. Your head is just heavy, resting in your hands. Good, give me two more. And here's your last one. Now take the leg out straight, and you're going to kick the leg up as you crunch to the midline. Lower the leg as you set your spine down. So you're doing a little crunch as you lift the leg, and then lower down. Crunch and lift, and lower down. Crunch and lift. If you need to have this right leg bent, you certainly can do that. If your hamstrings are tight, that might feel a little bit more comfortable on your back to bend your right leg. Give me two more here. You're going to hold your last one up so the leg's reaching to the ceiling. Turn towards that leg, right elbow's nice and wide. Reach your left arm across on the outside of the leg and let's pulse it up for 10 and 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4. You've got it. 3, 2, and 1. Set that foot down, take the hand down, and we're going to alternate side to side again. So the right shoulder comes up, the left knee comes up, and then you go back down. And then we'll alternate to the right and back down. Just a few more alternating, and then we're going to do everything that we did on the right side on the left side. And then I think our abs are going to be really ready and warmed up to go. One more. And now next time you're on the left, you're going to hold it. Take the knee out as the elbow goes back. Send the knee in as the elbow comes across. So I know I say elbow, but I really want you to keep the elbow back. So it's that twist that we started with in the warm-up, that you're rotating the torso towards the left, keeping the elbows broad and the shoulders broad. Good, you've got 4 more here. And 3. Do 1 more, and the next time the leg is straight, keep it straight. Keep your torso straight to the ceiling. Kick the leg with a crunch. Lower the leg and release the upper body. So crunch and kick, and then lower. It does not have to be a big kick. You still want to keep your tailbone grounded. You're focusing deep into those belly muscles to lift the leg. Good. I want you to do 4 more. And 3. And 2. Here we go. Last time you're going to hold it. Take the right arm to the outside of the knee and pulse up for 10. 9. Again, you can bend that leg if you need to. Your left leg. Last 4 and 3 and 2 and 1. Nice job. Come all the way down. Pull your knees into the chest. You can rock the legs, knees side to side, just giving your low back a little massage, a little rest. And then we're going to get ready to go with the band. So I've got that band handy. I'm going to set my left foot down in line with my sit bone, take my right leg up to the ceiling, and put the band around it. So I'm going to hold the band on either side, and I want to kind of equalize the length of the band. Pull your elbows right back onto the carriage and push your elbows into the mat. So you're going to take a glute lift. So you're going to bridge, lift that foot up to the ceiling, and lower back down. So you're pushing into the left foot to lift the right foot straight up to the ceiling. Just lifting up, hover, and back down. And squeeze and lift, and back down. Big exhale to lift, inhale down. We've got 3 and 2. Take your next one up and hold it. So you're going to keep your hips lifted, point the toe and press it away from you, kick it, and then kick it back towards you. So as you're kicking that leg, you're gluing your elbows right into the mat, making sure that those arms are nice and engaged. So you've got something that you're pushing away from, the leg away from, to get resistance through that band. Good. We'll do 3 more. Keep pushing into that left foot to drive the hips high as you can. Good. This will be your last one. Nice big kick up to the ceiling, and then lower the hips down. Take your left leg, reach it long, and energize your left leg. You're going to do a circle across your body, down towards the left leg, around, and then back up. So the circle's as big as you comfortably can without rocking too much through the pelvis. So you're getting almost if there was a clock on the ceiling, you'd be hitting 12 o'clock down to 6 o'clock, all the way back up to 12 o'clock. If you're feeling like you're rocking all over the place and the hips are moving too much, then make this circle a little smaller. I want you to do 3 and 2 and 1. When you get to 12 o'clock, let's reverse the direction of the circle. Now your left leg is not just hanging out. Your left leg is really engaged. I'm trying to root my leg down and towards the mat. You can even flex the foot if that feels better for you, as long as the leg is active. I'm trying to make both legs as long as I possibly can. Big inhales as you go down to 6 o'clock, big exhales as you come up and around to 12 o'clock. Last 2 here, and 1 more to go. Good, keep that right leg to the ceiling. We're gonna bring the left leg up to meet it and bring both feet into the strap. Take your elbows, glue them into your waist, bend your knees in. You're going to push your legs away and pull them back in. Push your legs away and back in. Now, the lower the legs go, the more challenge this is going to be on the abs. But if you start to feel like you're popping your ribs and arching through your back, go a little higher. If you're comfortable enough in your neck to lift to your head, neck, and shoulders, you can do that. So you can lift your head up, look right towards your navel. This in some ways can make it a little bit easier to hold for your back. But if you're feeling any discomfort in your neck, then I want you to lower the head back down. 3 more to go here. And 2. Hold your next one out. Your legs are going to stay straight. They're going to lift straight up to the ceiling and then lower right back down. Lift straight up and lower it back down. Now remember, your breath is a tool, not a rule. So if you need to change your breath pattern, you can. I find myself changing my breath pattern a lot. So right now I was inhaling down. I'm going to try to inhale down and exhale up. But do what feels good for you. Last 3. And 2. 1 more to go. Good. When your legs come up to the ceiling, lower your head down. You're going to do a little pelvic lift and then lower. So it's a little reverse curl, almost like you're going up into a roll over, but not quite all the way. So your elbows are glued into your sides. You're lifting your hips up and placing them back down. So you feel that little tension of the strap as you push away from it and release. Really pull in deep through your abdominals. Take that big exhale to lift, inhale to lower. Let's try 4 more. And 3. Last 2. And 1 more. Good job. All right, let's take the right foot, set it down onto the mat, right in line with your sit bone. Your left foot's still into the band. Your elbows are glued into the sides. We're going to go into that single leg bridge here, you guys. So let's lift straight up and back down. And lift up and back down. Really driving into that right heel. And it's important to take your time. So as things get hard, we want to rush through them, but then you're going to miss a lot of the benefit. So slow down, slow your breath down. 2, 3 more after this. That was 3rd. 2 more after that. 2, might have given you a bonus one. Take it up and hold it. Squeeze that right foot deeply into the mat, and then you're going to kick the left leg up and down. Like you're painting the ceiling with your leg. Nice big brush strokes. Good. Keep pushing into that right leg. Keep those hips level and lifted. You should definitely feel your right glute here. I'm hoping that's what you're feeling. And you're getting a great stretch through the left. Give me 2 more, you guys. And this should be your last one. Good. Keep the foot in the band. Lower your hips. Send your right leg out on the mat, but energize it. As much energy as you can through that leg. You're going to circle the right leg across the body, down, over and out, and back up. So again, these are as big a circles as you can do without rocking and moving through the hips. And this is really amazing work on stretching through the hip, getting that full range of motion, but it's also really good on the core. So you're having to use your abdominals to hold your spine still as you isolate this movement through the left leg. 2 more. The next time you're up at 12 o'clock, I want you to reverse the direction of the circle, going out and around first, down to 6 o'clock and all the way back up. Now check in with your body, make sure your head's relaxed, your neck and your shoulders are relaxed, your hips are rooted and anchored down, your right leg is anchored. Really good job. Taking your time, do 2 more. and last one. Good. Go ahead and pull that knee in. Take both feet back into the band. We're going to do another little set of those ab exercises. The head can stay down. I'm going to go ahead and roll my head, neck, and shoulders up, and you're going to push the legs out and back in, and push out and back in. As you push out, pull that belly button deep into the spine, anchoring it towards the mat, anchoring the tailbone to the mat. Two more, and then we're going to hold it out. We have one more exercise to do here. We're going to take the legs and hold them straight, push out on the band, and then back in. Again, if you need the head down, you can do that. Just a little press out and in for 4 and 3 and 2. Give me one more. Good. Pull the knees in and relax. Give your knees a little hug. Look back for a moment. We're going to keep the band exactly as it is, and we're going to work into some roll-ups. So go ahead and take your legs straight out to the floor. Now, the more you choke up on the band, the more assistance you have for your roll-up. So if a roll-up's pretty challenging for you, really hold close to the feet on that band. Take an inhale. Your whole body's long, laying on the mat. You're going to start from the crown of the head, chin towards the chest. You're going to start to roll yourself up. Let the band help you as you roll your spine one vertebrae at a time up. When you get to the top, stack your spine to sit up nice and tall. Exhale, scoop and roll, slowly setting one vertebrae at a time back on towards the mat. When you get all the way down, you're in that nice long straight position, and let's go again. Nod the chin to the chest. Exhale, start to scoop the abs in, roll your spine up one vertebrae at a time, coming all the way up, stacking nice and tall, and then tuck the tailbone from the base of the spine, start to roll yourself back down. This will be the last one because we're going to add a few things into this mix. So I want you to slowly roll yourself up. I guess I shouldn't say it's the very last one. We're going to start adding some things in the roll up. And then you're going to sit tall, scoop and roll back, and you're going to hold that scoop position. Now you're scooped and tucked through the lower belly, but your shoulders are down and relaxed, and your chest is broad. Take the arms and bend them out to the sides for a row, and then release. Now the farther you are back and the more scooped you are, the more your abdominals are going to work. So if this is too much, just come up a little bit. Exhale, pull. Inhale, release. Exhale, pull. Inhale, release. Three more. And 2. One more pull. Take the arms straight and hold, and then slowly roll it all the way back down. Take an inhale here, and let's go back up. Exhale, tuck the tailbone, scoop the abs in, roll your spine all the way back up. Sit up tall, inhale. Exhale, scoop, tuck, and roll. Come halfway down and hold. This time, just your right elbow rose and you look right, and then your left elbow rose and you look left. Good. Really pull, rotate from the waist. Good. So you get that wrapping of the rib cage. Really good, you guys. Do one more on each side. Come back to the center, slowly roll yourself all the way back down. And then we'll go ahead and slowly roll the spine up one vertebrae at a time, stacking the spine nice and tall, taking an inhale. Exhale, scoop and roll halfway back. This time, bring your knuckles together right at your sternum. Scoop your abs even more if you can. We're just going to start rotating side to center and side to center. Just a little oblique twist. Rotating towards one side and then back up. Think of rotating right from those waistline muscles. Good. And rotate. Nice job, you guys. Let's do that 4 more times, side to side. Here's 2 and 1. Come back to the center. Reach the arms straight. Slowly roll yourself down. All right, we've got one more roll up. Take an inhale. Exhale, scoop and roll all the way up, sitting tall on the inhale. Exhale, tuck the tailbone, scoop, roll halfway back. Bring the knuckles back to the sternum. This time we're going to reach the arms all the way straight and pull the knuckles back together. So you're pushing back into the strap and back in. Big exhale as you press. Inhale back in. Really feel that focus on the abdominals, tucking the tailbone underneath, scooping through the abdominals. Awesome job. Last 4. And 3. And 2. And 1. Good. Stack your spine, sit all the way up. Go ahead and release the band. We're not going to use it for the next 2 exercises. Keep your feet completely together. Flex your feet. Squeeze your quadricep. Lift your kneecaps. Lift your sternum. Reach the arms out to a T. Pull your ribs in. Pull your abs in. We're going to twist the spine to the right first. 2 twists. Inhale back to the center. Twist to the left. 2 twist. Inhale to the center. So we're rotating from your waist. Keep your hips grounded. One rule of thumb is if you are moving through your feet or your heels are shifting one in front of the other, you might be moving too much from your legs and not from your waist. So you want to keep those hips grounded and feel your twist coming from your waistline, not from your hips. Good. Let's do 3 more. Really reach energy through fingers, tip to fingertip. Nice long arms. And here's your last one. Sit tall, release the arms. Good. Take your feet wide. I'm going to bring mine about the width of my mat. Again, flex your feet towards you, squeeze your quadriceps, lift your kneecaps, reach the arms back out to the T. Sit as tall as you can, but pull those abs in. Let's twist to the left, rotate with an exhale. Reach like you're diving forward and taking your pinky finger to your pinky toe. Come back up tall and then back to the center. So it's a twist, twist, lift, and back up. Good. So you're twisting, exhale, exhale, inhale, inhale. Same thing. Keep your sit bones grounded. As you come into your forward flexion, you're diving. Pull the abs in, scoop the belly. Good. So exhale, press and reach, back up and forward. Press and reach, back up and forward. We'll do this 3. Feel that nice stretch to the back, through the spine, back of the hamstrings. This will be your last one here. Twist and reach, back up to the front, and then release. Awesome job. All right, we're going to change the focus into the legs a little bit. So I want you to come to a tabletop position. We're going to start with a loop around the right foot. So I'm going to make sure I'm kind of in the middle. I'm going to put it around the right foot, and then I'm going to bring it in front of me. And then my left knee is going to be pushing against both sides of the strap. So I've got the left knee anchoring the strap down. So you want to make sure that you push that left knee into the strap. And then for extra support, I'm holding the strap with both hands. My wrists are in line with my shoulders are back and down, my abs are engaged. I'm going to lift my right leg back and push it all the way straight behind me at hip height and pull it back in. If you need more resistance, you're going to change the band a little bit. So you would choke up, so you would bring the band a little bit tighter on under the knee and then hold it with the hand. So it's going to give you a little bit more resistance. So play around with what works for you. You want to feel enough work in this right glute. Now my left glute is also on fire. You might be feeling that as well. That's your stability leg. So you're going to use that leg to stabilize the motion as your right leg's pushing. Try to keep your hips nice and square and your shoulders square. Everything reaching square to the mat. We'll do 4 and 3, 2. On this next one, I want you to hold the leg out there long. Now, if you want more challenge, you're going to reach the left arm long in front of you. If that's too much, keep the left hand down. We're going to lower the arm and leg, lift the arm and leg. Now, I'm moving from my glute. I'm not working on my back, so I don't want to feel a lot of arching or moving through the back. I want to keep my abs engaged and move from the glute. We'll do 4 and 3 and 2 and 1. Good. Bring the hand down. Turn the hip open this time. You're going to bend the knee in towards the side and then punch it out. So now my knee's facing the side of the room and my hip is externally rotated. Get a little different change of muscle focus here in this turned out position. And you can look over that right shoulder, right to that leg. Make sure you're moving really controlled through that leg, almost like you're moving through molasses, slow and steady in and out for 4, 3. Good, almost done with this leg. Take the leg out and hold it, and you're going to lift it down and up in that turnout. So again, my toes are reaching to the side of the room. I have a little bend in my left arm, just so I'm not locking out through that elbow as well. Good, here's 4, and 3, and 2, and 1. Release the foot down, press into a little child's pose, and then you're going to pop your hip off to the right and give that right glute a little extra stretch. And then pop your hips to the left and give your left glute a little extra stretch. Now before we do the other side, we're going to keep the band looped around the right foot and do a few little kneeling things in proposal position. So I'm going to release the strap out of my left knee, make sure that I've got it on either side of my right knee, and bring your left foot forward. So I'll grab around and I've got the loop here. I'm going to actually bring it behind my back, not behind the foot. Sorry about that. This will be a little more stable. So I'm going to really loop up, so I'm holding as close to my chest as I can, and the loop's right behind my bra line. I'm going to push the arm straight forward and back. Just be careful of your hair. And press forward and back. So my left knee's in line with my left ankle, and I've got my right knee in line with my right hip. I'm reaching energy through the crown of my head, standing really tall in my kneeling position. If this isn't comfortable and you don't like kneeling, you can always do this standing as well. We're focusing on arm work, working on through the chest and the shoulders. We are going to add a little bit of leg work in a moment. We'll do 3 and 2. The next time the arms are straight, hold them. Turn the palms down. Your elbows are going to go out wide. When you punch the elbows forward, you're going to lean forward into a little bit more of a stretch, a lunge. So you're going to come back into your tabletop, and you're going to push forward into a little lunge. Now when I go forward, I still want my knee, my left knee, to be in line with my ankle. I don't want to go so far forward that I've got the knee way past my ankle. So what you might be feeling here is a good stretch through the right hip flexor, the front of the right leg. Three more to go. And 2. And last 1. Come back up so you're level, knee in line with the hip, and we're going to go ahead and release the strap and bring the left foot back. Okay, let's get everything set up for the other side. So I'm going to loop the strap around my left foot, and then I'm going to kind of hold it really tight and then bring it on the inside, and then it's kind of coming diagonal. I'm going to make sure I have enough tension and then stand on it with my right knee. So my right knee is going to hold that loop and strap in place, and then I'm going to also hold it with my hand. Lift your left knee, pull your abs in, flex your left foot, and then you're going to push it all the way back and bring it back in. So a little press and release. Always focusing on the form, reaching the crown of the head forward, tailbone back, pulling the abdominals in, shoulders sliding down and back. Tiny little bend at your elbows. For this first one, we're keeping the hips nice and square to the floor. Good. We'll do that 4 more times, just this pressing out and in. Last 2 here, pushing all the way to full extension and back in. and pushing all the way out. Let's do one bonus one and hold it all the way out there. Good, so you can hold it here, or if you want more challenge, the right arm's gonna lift, hips square, shoulders square, lower the right arm and left leg, and lift the right arm and left leg. So it's just a lift and lower, and a little lift and lower. Does not have to be a big motion. You don't want to feel the back doing the work. It's just a little squeeze of the bottom. For 4 and 3. Again, the right arm can be down if you need it. And 1. Good. Then bring the right arm down. Pull the knee in. Turn the knee out to the side. You can look to that left knee if you like. Push and press it back. Pull it back in. So almost like the knee is coming towards your elbow. Push and press and pull it back in. Again, soft elbows so you're not locking out your joints. I don't know about you, but my glutes are on fire, so hopefully you're feeling this as well. You guys are doing really good today. Nice. Keep pushing all the way out. You've got it. 4 more to go. And 3. 2, last thing we're going to do is hold it out there, lift and lower, down, squeeze up. Try to hold the turn out as much as you can. I know this one's not easy, keep breathing. Do what you can, take breaks when you need. You've got 4, 3, 2, and 1. Nice, release that leg. And then we're going to keep that band around the leg. Actually, let's just move the band and we'll do that stretch and then we'll bring it around the back. All right, so just move it and then press your left hip down this first, just to left hip down just to start on the opposite side. And just take a few deep breaths here, letting that left hip relax. And then we'll take the other hip down, the right hip down. And then we will go back into our arm work, but we're going to step this time the right foot forward. So you've got your right foot forward. You're going to take that band behind your back, kind of right at the bra line, and then I like to really choke up. The closer you hold to the chest, the more advanced it's going to be. And I just like to hold it in a nice ball so it's even. All right, make sure your hair is out of the way. You're gonna sit up nice and tall and just an offering, pressing the arms forward with the palms up, elbows right back to the ribs. Big exhale as you press, inhale back. Again, this is one that you can do standing if the kneeling does not feel comfortable. Or if you've got a pad, you can put that under your knee as well. Every exhale, draw that navel deeper into the spine. Feel that corset hug tight around the rib cage. Good, we'll do that 2 more times with our offering position. And then let's take it out and hold it. Turn the palms down, open the elbows wide. This time when you push the arms, you're gonna push into a front lunge. So you're dropping forward, but your right knee is gonna stay pretty much in line with your right ankle, and you're gonna bring it back. So I'm pushing forward, dropping my hip, getting a really nice stretch through the right hip flexor. Pushing forward and all the way back. And pushing forward and all the way back. Again, you want enough resistance, so if you need to choke up on your band, you can do that. You're kind of in charge with the band. That's a great thing about the band. So you can make it as hard or as easy as you need. Nice job. Let's do 4. Now as you go forward, keep your abdominals pulling in, your tailbone tucking down, so you get a good stretch through the hip flexor. And 1 more here. Nice job. All right, set that knee down. We're gonna take the band out of the equation for a few exercises to do the back. So I want you to lay on your belly. Make a little pillow with your hands, so you're gonna rest your head on the pillow. You're going to have your feet just about hips distance apart. Push your pubic bone into the mat. Reach your legs long, shoulders down your back. So my abs are pulling away from the mat, and I'm pushing my pubic bone firmly, kind of tucking my tailbone. Take your right leg and just lift it. It's not going to go too far, but you're going to lift it off the floor and then lower it down. Take your left leg, hover and lift. So it's not about how high you can get the leg, it's about how long you can get the leg. Let's switch again. So I'm trying to lift the leg and reach it away from me and then lower it back. Lift the left leg and reach it away and back. Good, just keep alternating side to side. We'll do 4 and 3. Last 2, how long can you make that leg? 1 more here, and release. Good, take the hands beside you with the palms facing up. Push the pubic bone down, tuck the tailbone down, lift the head, neck, and shoulders, and reach the arms long. You have a few options here. If this is enough work for the back, certainly stay right here. If you want a little more challenge, the right arm's going to circle up and over in line with your ear, and then back down. And then the left arm's going to circle up and over in line with your ear and back down. So you can keep that alternating going as long as you don't feel anything in the back. You're pushing the pubic bone down. You're lifting the chest up. Your legs are rooted nice and long. We'll do 4 and 3 and 2 and 1. Good job. Go ahead and make that pillow again. You can rest your forehead on the pillow. Maybe shake the hips side to side. Just relieve any tension that you might have been feeling in the back. All right, 2 options for the next one. Hands can be right behind your ears. This is actually a little bit more challenging. Or the hands can be where we just had them beside your hips with the palms up. So you choose either option that works for you. I'm going to put my hands behind my ears. Push your pubic bone down, really lengthen your low back, and then lift your chest up and lower back down. Again, it's not going to be this incredibly huge lift. I don't want you to push your belly into the mat to try to lift higher. You're pulling your abs away from the mat, pushing your pubic bone into the mat. So the low back doesn't require too much extension to work. So it doesn't have to be a huge range of motion to get the benefit. So we're really focusing on all those spine muscles that support the back. Good. Give me 4 more. And 3. And 2. And last 1. Really good job, you guys. Come into that shell stretch or child's pose again. Anytime you do extension of the spine, you want to end it with flexion, just to kind of bring the back into a neutral position. Take a few breaths here. We are almost done with the workout. So we've got a few different exercises we're going to do standing, and then we'll be done. So I'm going to do my standing exercises on the floor. So I'm going to come up and off of my mat. Grab your band again, and I want you to take that band and put it underneath your right leg, and then you're going to hold it with your left hand. So I have the band under my right leg. I'm holding both of them with my left hand, and I'm going to lunge to the left and do a row, and then come back. So I'm a pretty wide stance here. I've got my right hand on my hip, and I'm just going to be rowing out to the side and back. So it's just a little lean to the left and back. Good. If you want to choke up and make this harder, you can certainly do that. I'm going to give myself a little more resistance here. So you might want to stay here. This is a really great option to stay in if your balance might be a challenge. I'm going to start making it a little bit more challenging, so you can join me if you want to. So instead of the left leg staying down, when you come back in, you're going to bring it to the right. And then you're going to step out really big into that lunge. So it's almost like a landing soft, and then I'm pushing off the leg. Pressing out and pushing off the leg. If I want, I can pick it up even more. So instead of bringing the left foot to meet the right, I can take the left foot and just hover in the air. So you can see that's a little bit more of a balance challenge. So I'm going to push out to the side, hover the leg in the air. Good. You guys do what works for you at home. Nice job. Really great work for the shoulder. Still working whole body integration here, lower body, upper body. Let's go 4 more. And 3. And 2. And 1. Good. Now I'm going to have you step out. Keep the band where it is, but take a quarter turn to the right so that now you're in a lunge position with your hips square and you've got the band one band in each hand. And I'm going to choke up as much as I need to, and I want to have my thumbs facing the ceiling. So I'm going to kind of hitchhike here with my thumbs. I'm going to reach the arms out to a fly and then back in. So find the appropriate level for you. If you need to choke up a little bit, you can. I'm just going to be opening and closing. So right now we're incorporating just upper body, just back, shoulders. If you would like to add on with me, I'm going to add some leg work. So when the arms go up, I'm going to bend my back knee towards the floor and then bring it back up. Now you might find as you do that, you need to add a little bit, choke up a little bit more on the strap, and you can certainly do that. Good, just bending the back knee, bringing it back up. We've got 4 and 3. Think of that front knee staying right in line with your ankle. And 1. Good job. Okay, other side. So I'm going to put the band under the left foot, and I'm going to hold it across the body with the right hand and bring the right leg out nice and wide. So I'm going to row the right arm, bend the right leg, and come back up. So I'm just doing a row with a lateral lunge. And I feel like my heart rate's got up a little bit, so make sure you're breathing. Definitely these full body integration exercises do get the heart rate up. And the more muscles that you're working, the more muscles need that energy, that oxygen. So you've got to increase that blood supply pretty quickly. So breathe. I'm going to send that oxygen to the muscles that need it. All right, now we can continue with this. If you want to work on balance challenge, join me. So I'm going to do the lunge, and then my right foot's going to go to meet the left. I'm going to lunge out to the side, bring the right foot in. Good. Think about pushing off that foot, nice and strong through your right leg. Adding on even more if you want, add the balance challenge. So the right leg's going to hover, and then I'm going to go back in. Good. And then hover, and then back in. Keep that right elbow lifting nice and high for that row. Good. Wherever you are, I want you to do 4 more. And 3. And 2. And 1. Awesome. Step the right foot out, turn quarter turn to the left. So you still have that band underneath the left foot. Let's separate the strap, one in each hand. Same hitchhiker position with your thumbs. So your thumbs are going to push out and open for a fly. If you know me, you know I love a lot of back work. Most of our daily life is spent forward flexed. We've got to do a lot to open the chest, strengthen the back. It's going to help keep us longer, stronger, better posture. Good, you guys are doing really great. Stay here if you like to, add on with me if you want. So when you push the arms out, you're going to bend your right knee towards the floor and come back up. So you bend it down and up, just a nice lunge. Really good job, just 4 more to go. Again, you can always decrease your resistance by giving yourself some slack. Last one, and come in. Nice. All right, set that band to the side, you're done. Okay, we are going to finish with a nice traditional Pilates roll down. So I want you to stand nice and tall, gather your breath, take the shoulders back and down, lift the heart, root down through that tripod of the feet. So equal weight between the big toe, baby toe, and heel. Reach energy through the crown of the head. Take a big deep breath. Reach the arms over your head. And then exhale and just let it go. Do that 2 more times. Inhale, reach the arms up. Big deep breath, fill the lungs. And exhale, let it go. Last one here, big deep breath in. And exhale, let it go. Now I did say roll down here, so here it comes. So you're gonna take an inhale, stand really tall, and then 1 vertebrae at a time, you're gonna start to peel yourself down. So if there was an imaginary wall behind you, you're gonna take 1 vertebrae at a time away from the wall and start to inch your way down towards the ground. When you've gone as far as you can, you're gonna roll yourself back up. So think of that imaginary wall behind you. You're rolling up the imaginary wall. Your back comes onto the wall, your shoulders come onto the wall, the back of the head comes onto the wall. Take an inhale. 2 more times. Nod the chin, roll the shoulders, relax everything forward. Bend the knees as much as your back needs it. So if you need to bend the knees a lot, you can. If you don't need to bend them at all, you don't have to. And then slowly roll it up. 1 vertebrae at a time, stacking your spine till you reach that nice long line. This will be the last one. Exhale as you roll yourself over, 1 vertebrae at a time coming down. And we're gonna hang out here. So if you need to bend the knees, please do that. If that takes the pressure off the back, definitely wanna hang out there. Interlace your, grab opposite elbows with opposite wrists. Let that weight of the arms just kind of pull the spine even more. Let all of the work in the head, neck, and shoulders release. You can shake the head yes and no, forward and back. Just let gravity lengthen your spine for just a few more breaths. Take the biggest breath you've taken today and just let it all go. Release your arms and make this the slowest roll up that you have done so far. So really feel each vertebrae stacking on top of the other one, coming all the way up. Find the best posture you can do. Lift the sternum, roll the shoulders back, open the heart. And you guys are done. Thank you so much for joining me today. If you have any questions, comments, please feel free to let me know. And I hope to see you again pretty soon. Have a great day.